आपने अभी तक हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो अभी सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकॉन को क्लिक करके हमारी लेटेस्ट वीडियोस के बारे में अपडेट जानें। सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और हम आपको लिए चलेंगे आपकी फेवरेट वीडियो की तरफ।
Was in her left leg, which was twisted at an odd angle under the weight of a heavy beam. She had no idea how long she had been unconscious, but sensed it couldn't have been more than minutes. Her stomach still churned from the sudden shock of shutters ripping loose, windows blowing in, and walls collapsing around her. There had been no time to run. Perhaps if she had heard the wind and lashing rain, things would have turned out differently. Instead, out of the blue, he dropped another ace on top of the other three, then grabbed the pot. "Come to Daddy." The other firefighters on the search and rescue team hooted at Ricky's crestfallen expression. "Next time, amigo," Ricky said good-naturedly. There would always be a next time with Tom. About the only thing Tom liked better than playing cards was chasing women. He considered himself an expert at both pursuits, though even he grudgingly admitted that "You found her, did you, boy? Good dog." Shadow yipped excitedly but didn't move, as if he sensed that one tiny shift could be fatal. "Let's get her out of there, boy," Ricky said. He paused long enough to give a reassuring smile to the neighbor. "Looks like we've located your friend. We'll have her out of there in no time." "Thank God," she said. "Allie's one of those special people put on this earth to show others the meaning of goodness. She's an angel," consumed her. She discovered that not many men were interested in a woman who couldn't hang on their every word anyway. For 15 years now, she had had male colleagues, even a few men she counted as friends, but not a single one of them had made her blood sizzle the way this one had by just showing up. She figured it had to be a reaction to the circumstances. After all, this hardly seemed to be an appropriate time for her hormones to wake up after more than a decade in exile. Possibly a sprained ankle, but you're the only thing that seems to concern her, he said. She hasn't budged since we started trying to reach you. She found a lawn chair down the block and planted it right out front so she can keep an eye on us. Allie grinned. That sounds just like her. And the rest of the neighbors, how are they? We're checking on all of them now, he said, unwilling to mention that so far there was one dead and several unaccounted for. Fortunately, she's in divorce, not me. If and when I ever take the plunge, it's gonna have to be forever. Between Mama and the priest, my life wouldn't be worth 2 cents if I even breathed the word divorce. Which is why you never date a woman for more than 2 Saturday nights running, Tom concluded. His expression turned thoughtful. I wonder if Allie Matthews could make you change your mind. Why would you even say something like that? You have my sister's phone number. If anything comes up and you need me, you call, you hear me? Anytime, day or night. Her elderly neighbor bent down and brushed a kiss across Allie's cheek. I think of you as the granddaughter I never had, you know. I hope wherever we end up, we don't lose touch. Not a chance, Allie promised, squeezing her hand. She watched as Jane left, admiring her still brisk step and her favorite pink lot of perfume and lingerie in a very short period of time. She claims her skill with a credit card is excellent motivation for her husband. I don't know, Allie said doubtfully. Some husbands might consider the prospect of a little sexy lingerie as a benefit rather than a threat. Ricky grinned. I know. I don't think she's figured that out yet. His expression sobered. Then again, maybe she has. Maria is a very sneaky woman. She'd definitely had her fill of bland, tasteless meals. Cuban food was her very favorite. Her mouth watered just thinking about sweet, fried plantains. But could she move in with a man who was virtually a stranger? Especially one who stirred her hormones in an extremely disconcerting way? As if he sensed that she was wavering, he gave her an irrepressible grin. I won't even try to seduce you if that's what's on your mind. Of course that's not on my mind. A grip. He glanced over guiltily, relieved to see that her gaze was directed out the car window. Obviously, he was losing it. No, the truth was he had lost it earlier, back at the hospital. When Allie had faced him in that faded hospital gown, looking battered and bruised and vulnerable, he hadn't been able to stop the invitation from crossing his lips. Even if he'd managed to keep silent initially, the impulse would eventually have overwhelmed women. Would they have left their imprint on his home? Would his sisters have descended on the place to see that their baby brother had all the material comforts a man required? She fought a smile as she realized that unless he had made a rushed phone call from the hospital, there had been no time.
Disc number 1. Please insert is disc number 2.